Shalom Israel. My name is Officer Kayad, one out of I.S.U.P.K, Jamaica. I.S.U.P.K started 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I.S.U.P.K is run by Commanding General YAHANNA, the one man with the rank and the authority to lead Israel at this time. I say Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Barakatam to my brothers. Yahweh Shamar Alatan Ba'asham Yahweh to my sisters. Alright, so today is our Tuesday night brotherhood class. You understand? Where we teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to be more brotherly towards each other. You understand? Of course, we're the I.S.U.P.K, like we mentioned. We are dedicated to the re-education of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? As to who their true nationality is as the children of Israel. Right? So, because remember, when we came over here in slavery, we weren't brought over here with our culture, our language, you know what I mean, and our laws. You understand? And to this day, our people still don't know who they are. You understand? And that was because of slavery. But come to find out, we are the people who the Bible call the children of Israel. Because we fit the prophecies that the Bible said would happen to the children of Israel. You understand? All the characteristics that the children of Israel have, we fit that characteristic. And not just us here in Jamaica, Also our black brothers in the United States, the Negroes, you understand, the North American Negroes, you know what I mean, the North American Indians and the Hispanics, our Haitian brothers. You understand? All of us who were dragged over here to serve slavery by the means of slave ships. You understand? This is what the Bible said would happen to the children of Israel. You understand? But we have a dilemma. You understand? You have a people now in Israel. You understand? Calling themselves the children of, they call themselves Israelis. Right? And they claim our heritage. But none of these prophecies fit them. You understand? None of these writings inside of the Hebrew records, which is the Bible, fit those, you know what I mean, so-called Jewish people. You know what I mean? Which I shouldn't say so-called when it comes to Jewish, because that is what they are, Jewish. They are not really Jews. You understand? But the prophecies, the Bible fit us. Everything pertaining to the Bible fit us. You understand? It sounds like a movie. You know what I mean? It sounds like a science fiction movie. Like, you know what I mean? There's a people on the face of the earth that don't know their true identity. You know what I mean? And there's another set of people claiming to be these people. You understand? It sounds like a movie. You know what I mean? If it seems like a movie, then this is the Most High's movie. And guess what? Zin, this movie is all about the children of Israel. You know what I mean? Which we are. But to come out of the movie mindset now, come to reality. What have you been experiencing? You have been experiencing, you know what I mean, oppression over here since we were brought over here to serve captivity. You are suffering, you know what I mean, hatred against each other. You know what I mean? They have a saying, black man can't come together to do nothing. That is what the Bible prophesies that would happen to the children of Israel. So you might ask yourself, why would this happen to the children of Israel? And the answer is, we broke the covenant that we had with the Creator. And we have that covenant today, It's just a matter of we coming back to that covenant. It's like a contract. You understand? You know what I mean? And we don't want to get into once you start a contract, you start a deal to the Jamaican people. See? And they start think about the Illuminati and, you know what I mean? No such thing. Nothing like that. You understand? No such thing. We have a deal with the Most High. We have an agreement, which is a covenant. with the Creator. You understand? Who created this planet that we live on. That is so perfect that we survive and we have all the things that are necessary to our survival here on this planet. You understand? Which we just born not knowing anything, but lo and behold, all the things that we need are on this planet. But there's also another problem. Even though the things that we need are on this planet, we are being deprived of the things that our basic necessities to survive as a nation by the people who are ruling on top of us. You understand? The oppressor. You understand? There's a nation, or we can say nations, ruling atop of the children of Israel right now that are depriving us from the basic things that the Most High, you know what I mean, give to all living creatures on the face of this earth to survive and to be happy. You understand? We are being oppressed by another people. So this movie is real for us. Even though the Bible said this would happen to the children of Israel. You know what I mean? And it seems like a movie. We are living that movie. And that is very, very real. It's real. The sufferation, our slavery, you know what I mean? We all know about the slavery shows. See? The movies talking about slavery. Slavery. You know what I mean? And we look at it and we say, that is so, what I call it now? That is so terrible. How could the next people enslave another people? You know what I mean? And do them such inhumane things and make them work for free. You know what I mean? And kill them and torture them. You understand? And we watch these movies and we become angry when we see the treatment of a certain people by another certain people. You know what I mean? And then remember that that movie is depicting our history. That is reality for us. We are the product of that movie, that history. See? And then now you find out, say, look, the Bible said that would happen to the children of Israel. And then you see, say, the Bible is a very real book. You know what I mean? And it's not so much a book, but books. It's just that it has been compiled. It is records speaking about the children of Israel and what they suffered. You know what I mean? It just so happened that it said that one day the children of Israel would not know that they are the children of Israel. You know what I mean? And we here in Jamaica, we certainly don't know who we are. You understand? And we fit the prophecies. And when we say we here in Jamaica, I'm talking about the descendants of the slaves. We fit those prophecies in the Bible. You understand? And that Bible is very accurate when it comes to real history and real archaeology. You know what I mean? That Bible is no fictional book because archaeologists go to the Bible to find ancient kingdoms and land masses because the Hebrew people, the Israelite people, our people, we kept good records. You understand? We did not have what I call it, hard drives and cameras. You know what I mean? Things to store information and you know what I mean? Like today's technology. We had what we had, and that was our writing. And we took good records of events throughout history. You understand? Better than any nation because we record our rise and our downfall. You understand? As opposed to the Egyptians who record only their victories and make themselves look good. We record our rise and our downfall. You understand? That is what we do. You understand? The Sumerians, the other nations, the Babylonians, the Greeks, the Romans, what they do is make themselves look good. But because we are the children of the Most High, you understand? And because our God is a righteous power, you know what I mean? And because these scriptures are given by inspiration of the Most High, we can't write nothing but the truth. And that is why our records, the Bible, which is a compilation of our, records, is so accurate that scientists and archaeologists refer to it, to validate history or to verify history. You understand? And we in the I.S.U.P.K and the Commanding General, YAHANNA, we go to it, to learn our history. Because we are the people of that book. You understand? All right, so we will go into the topic. Remember to like this video, subscribe to this channel, leave your comments, share on all social media platforms. All right, so the topic is, we as blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians, we would get along much better. Well, that is not the topic. The topic is, disrespect is the reason behind all the problems between black Hispanics. So the disrespect that we show each other is the reason why you have the murdering. You understand? It is the reason why we have, so much robbery. The robbery is disrespect. The that we rob each other, that is disrespect. And that is the reason behind our differences. We sleeping with our brother's wife, taking another man's woman. A man molesting children or another man's children, or, doing some outrageous things against his brother. This is the reason why we can't come together. That is why the laws that are in this Bible is so righteous, because it teaches us not to violate each other. You understand? These laws in the Bible teach us not to violate each other. It teaches us to treat a brother how you would want to be treated. Jamaican government, they have, they have bust them brain now, see? I try to find ways and how to, fix our young people. They want to fix our young people because them say, the culture amongst our young people is so toxic. You understand? It's very toxic. The aspirations to the most part of our young people, is to become a scammer so them can become rich. To go off into crime. See? No fault of their own, As a matter of fact, it is the very government that is seeking the solution to our, problems. Is one of the main causes of why our young people go off in that direction. Now, what our government is trying is to see if they can teach our young people who, they refer to them as non-contributors to society, non-productive contributors to society. You understand? Which may have, I try to address that term there as well, because that term they seem a little bit, that term there, it is contrary to what we have experienced here in Jamaica. See? All right, but anyway, watch this. See? So they are trying to find solutions because they must say, yo, maybe the youth them not educated enough. See? Maybe the youth them, need a skill so them can go find a work. You understand? Which nothing is wrong with getting a skill to find a work. That me I say. See? But teaching a man a skill to find a work will put money in his pocket. But you still not teach him moral values. You understand? You still not teach him how to, interact with his brother and his sister. You still don't teach him how to respect him brother and respect him sister. So the same problems, the underlying problems that our people face, they are not fixed. You understand? You won't teach by teaching a brother a skill. By teaching a brother welding, for example. Which is a good paying skill. Wherever there's a site, a contract, that brother can earn employment and earn a bag of money. See? whole heap of money in him pocket, but it still don't solve the issue that him have morally. That brother will still sleep with another brother's wife. How about that? See? And as me say, learning a skill, there's nothing wrong with it. As a matter of fact, it is, you know what I mean, very, very important for our young people to know something that can put food on them table. Very, very important. Very. You can't, you see it, can't state it enough. But that brother will still sleep with another brother's wife. That brother will still steal from another brother. You understand? That brother, given the right circumstances, will still murder another brother. You understand? Covet another brother. You understand? And these are the things that cause differences between blacks, Hispanics, and native Indians. Across with every nation, you know. But we got laws that solve these problems. You know what I mean? The Most High gave us laws that can solve these problems. The other nation did not get these laws. We got these laws. You understand? We got laws that can solve the problems and the issues among us. You know what I mean? But like what I say, our leaders are scrambling, trying to find what is the cause of all the murdering and all the scamming and all the stealing and the bad behavior amongst our people, and why our people glorify, you know what I mean, all of these things. You know what I mean? They don't find any solutions, so guess what them do? Them say it must be because they don't have a skill and they are non-productive members of society. So now they have a program now where they are going to go around in the communities and teach young men skill and things. They have mobile, you know what I mean, workshops that are go off in the community and teach young men skills and teach them welding, teach them steel work and all them things. That's excellent. That is very good. Very, very good. But you still don't teach the brother that it is a sin to murder and a sin to sleep with him brother wife and to steal and rob him brother, to shortchange him brother. So we are going to have the same problem and more money. Case and point, brother. Look here. So now you have the scammer them, right? And General Mahaiman bring out this often, right? We have the scammer them, see? And the scammer them make crazy amount of money, see? But yet still, they might invest in a crime and murder and all them things. They might buy a lot of weapons and they might kill off each other. They might cause more murder and killing. So what is the problem if money was our issue as a people? Which money is part of the problem that we have, you know. Don't get me wrong, you know. Enough youth, majority of the youth, not even say majority, all of the youth, them in the garrison suffer. You understand? But if money was the solution to our problem, then alone, then why are the scammers killing each other? All right, watch this. Money is a part of the problem. A man without a means will find a means. Then, and if we have leaders who have introduced to us, you know what I mean, illegal means like, you know what I mean, drugs, illegal activity in order to make a bread, you know what I mean, then if that culture exists and is strong within our communities, for the most part, our youth, them are going to go off in other culture. And that's way you see, which me have to address something now. See? The same government where find it this big conundrum to say, yo, oh, what wrong with them youth there? You know what I mean? Me I watch TV, me I watch news last night, you know what I mean? And Orlando Terry Long, that homosexual, that fishy looking and fishy talking and fishy behaving politician. He's so outrageous that I think a triple murder happening in his constituency. A JLP, he's a JLP member of parliament. I think him in the Senate too. Zin? So outrageous. You don't need to put on the gun and take up a pen. But this politician though, remember say yo, it was his political party who introduced the gun culture to them youth, your father and grandfather. You know what I mean? And the arrogance of this politician. See, we say, like he was chastising the youth them. And I'm not condoning murder. You know what I mean? If you know the I.S.U.P.K and the commanding general, and we teach our people to not commit murder. But this homosexual politician was so arrogant. See, in how he was chastising the young people. You know what I mean? The young generation, as if his political party is not the root and cause of the problem. As if it wasn't in the 70s and the 80s where Edward Siaga, you know what I mean, with the help of the CIA, brought that terrorist murder culture to Jamaica. You understand? So when them say, yo, the youth them is not a productive member of society, which society are that? The society that you created? All right, I'm putting it another way now. See? All right. Put aside the fact that you brought the gun culture and the murder. See? Which society? I mean, the society who enslaved them foreparents and brought them over here upon ship. You want them to be productive member of this society? That is, you know what I mean? That is unreasonable. How about teaching them true culture? You know what I mean? Like the generals and the captains and the officers in the I.S.U.P.K do. Teach them that they are the children of Israel. How about that? How about teaching them that, look, you were given laws that if you break, you would be punished. And these laws help you to be, you know what I mean, righteous people on the face of the earth. Why bring to them that, you know what I mean, certain things, breaking the Most High law is just and righteous? Why you bring the evil to them and then I try sell them something else? You know what I mean? Because this benefit the society. Why you know just teach them, say, yo, look, you are the children of Israel, you know, and the Most High have a covenant with you, and this covenant will help you to be righteous. Because no one is interested in teaching the children of Israel who they are, except for the I.S.U.P.K and the commanding general YAHANNA. You understand? That's why we go so hard, you know. You know what I mean? We don't know say Jamaica is a land of our captivity. We know that for a fact. We all right. America and Jamaica, you understand, is no different. Both are Babylon. You understand? Both are the lands that we were brought over here to serve slavery in. You understand? So we are not, we don't call it now, we are not patriotic Jamaicans, but we are patriotic Israelites. You understand? We are patriotic Israelites. Because we know where we come from. We know our history now because of, you know what I mean, the I.S.U.P.K and commanding general YAHANNA. Now we know that we are the children of Israel. You understand? And we know we're going to fix our people. We know we're going to fix our people. You understand? And these laws, statutes, and commandments in the Bible, it fix our people. All right? So remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, also leave your comments. All right, so what we are going to do now is we are going to some scriptures. All right, before I go to the scriptures, then before I go into the topic, you know what I mean? You know, say we have to think that we in the I.S.U.P.K, we have to address the strongholds them we hold on our people, you see? You know what I mean? So when you see we come against the Rastafari community, it is not that we are against our brothers in the Rastafari community, but we are coming up against the religion because the religion, it is holding our brothers back. You understand? Same like how we come up against Christianity, Islam, you know what I mean, Egyptology, you know what I mean, all those religions that hold back our people. Hinduism, every idolatry. We have to come up against it because we know, you know what I mean? We know our history, right? We know our history. And our history be a record of us straying away from the Most High. You understand? And being punished by the Most High. Because we go up into some other worship. Rastafariism is one of them worship. See, it is a new one, but it is nonetheless one of them worship. See? So watch out now. We're going to jump to an article. This is the Observer.com, the JamaicaObserver.com. You know what I mean? And this is what it says. Rasta can wear dreadlocks, full beard in British Army. You know what I mean? So we are picked on the Rasta community again, which is not picking. We just assure you, you know what I mean, that we are showing the hypocrisy of these religions. That's why we implore our people. Come to the I.S.U.P.K. Learn your culture. Don't learn no religion. You understand? So what you see right now is Rasta is being accepted by the British, you know what I mean, army. You know, I'm the wearing of dreadlocks. Right now I'm looking at a picture with a couple Rastafarians, a couple, you know what I mean, brothers, Israelites. More likely they are Benjamites because there in Britain you have more Benjamites than any other tribe. But these brothers are wearing their locks and they are, you know what I mean, they have rank inside the British the military. So we ask a question then. All right, Rasta Crip say, you know what I mean? I salute you for doing this in Jamaica, cuz. Big up yourself, Rasta, cuz. You know what I mean? You need to come to a class, them man. You see? Rasta, Rasta Crips, Crip. Or, you know what I mean? Rasta Crip. All right. I name the sound like you're in the United States. See? Link up with the brothers in the United States. You understand? Attend the classes. Come in all black. Join the ranks of the I.S.U.P.K. You know what I mean? If you come from Jamaica, maybe one day you can forward down here and come, you know what I mean? Put in your pound too. You know what I mean? Put in the work too. You know what I mean? So big up yourself, Rasta Crip. You know what I mean? All right. So yeah, so we are seeing some Rasta man right now in the British military. See? Let me continue reading the article though. It's a Rastafarianism, which had its beginning in Jamaica in the 1930s, is among non-Christian religious groups who appear to be gaining ground in, of all places, the British Army, according to the British Broadcasting Corporation, BBC report. You know what I mean? So Rasta, them are gain momentum in the British Army. Why is this significant? It's significant because, you know what I mean, Rasta born the Queen. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with burning the Queen. You know what I mean? Yo, nobody burn the Queen more than we in the I.S.U.P.K. We burn the Queen, rude boys. See? We don't mean literally burning the Queen and set her up on fire. But, you know what I mean? We know that the Queen is, you know what I mean, an oppressor. You understand? And we know that our foreparents, them are responsible for our oppression and slavery. See? So we burn the Queen all day, every day. But watch this. Rasta burning the Queen is hypocrisy. Because that same Britain was who saved your God or your king, Selassie. Which we know that Selassie is not the king of the Benjamites here in Jamaica, but the Rastafari community made them their king. But every day in the Rasta song them, which is right that you sing and burn the Queen, see? You hear them burn Queen and burn Rome and Ray, but Rome help your, you know what I mean, your king. You know what I mean? Britain, well, Britain is not Rome, you know, but, you know what I mean? We can call them Rome because when Rasta talk about Rome, they don't necessarily just talk about, they talk about the whole of Babylon, they talk about, you know what I mean? From Britain to America, to France, to all of them, to Italy, which Rome is located. See? Burn down Rome, burn Babylon, burn them. But You burning the Queen don't make no sense because the very Britain where Queen Elizabeth ruled over, save your king from death. You know what I mean? He fled to Britain to, you know what I mean? I talk about Haile Selassie. He fled to Britain to get safety with his family when Mussolini invaded his country, right? And burning the Queen seemed like una not burn on the enemy because see the Queen here show respect to food religion, which this is a difference between Uno and the I.S.U.P.K. You know what I mean? That's why we implore every sincere Rastafari, you know what I mean, member who want to serve the Most High. If you don't really want to burn the Queen, brother, come in at the I.S.U.P.K. That's the only place where really burn the Queen. You know what I mean? I'm going to read the article and we're going to break it down. See? I'm going to show you what I talk about. So this Rastafarian brother, you know what I mean, always wanted to join the army, the British Army. Well, probably not the British Army all his life, but now he's a part of the British Army. See? And he wants to keep his Rastafari religion. The British, you know what I mean, Army don't have a problem with that. Them let him through because guess what? Rasta is not the enemy of Britain. Rasta is not the enemy of the Queen. Rasta is just misinformed. The Queen and Rastafari, which is, you know what I mean, who the religion is named after. Because his name, the emperor of Ethiopia at the time, his name was Rastafari, Ras meaning king. Tafari, which is the name of the religion. They helped him. You know what I mean? But fast forward to the future now his members is burning the Queen. Rastafari wouldn't agree with that because the Queen was who Rastafari went to for safety from Mussolini. You know what I mean? That is the reason why the British Army will accept you in their army and you can wear your dreads. You understand? Let me continue reading. The BBC report singled out Captain Kidane Houseland as the first officer of Rastafarian faith in the British Commandos, saying he went on to set up the Defense Rastafari Network to help support other Rastafarians in the military. Right, so he set up a network where Rastafarians can be Rastafarians in the military. You understand? I don't remember a time not wanting to join the army, saying 30-year-old Captain Coastland. All the ties I had were little commandos. Commandos are British soldiers. Ties are Rambo bandanas. It just felt part of my internal narrative for as long as I can remember. He disclosed to the news network. Coastland joined the army in 2008 at age 18, completing his basic training in Harrogate before going on to be posted to 29 Commander Regiment and earning his green lead or beret with our beret, you know what I mean, which is only worn by Royal Marines, you know what I mean, or other personnel from the Army, Navy, or RAF, Royal Air Force, who had completed the grueling commando course. But he confessed that at the beginning, he and his family had serious reservation about him joining the army, fearing possible prejudice, right? Which is reasonable. So as a black man, it is reasonable that if you go join the oppressor's army, whether it be America or Britain, yeah, look, say, oh, probably there's going to be some kind of prejudice, which, you know what I mean, this brother thought at first, see, because he was black, noting, I am Rasta, I am a landowner, it's like a Londoner, I am British, but at the time, those things didn't cohabit naturally. I don't think people expect you to be a Rasta and also want to join the military. Right, which, you know what I mean? You will never find any member of the ISUPK trying to join any one of these oppressors' military. You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean, this brother, you know what I mean, decided that he wanted to join the British military. All right. However, Coastland, who said he didn't learn to read until he was 11 and suffered racism in Tottenham and other parts of London where, you know what I mean, where he lived, found the going smoother and that thing started to align for him once he joined the army. Right. BBC said he did a tour of Afghanistan in 2010 and despite not having the necessary qualification was later recommended for officer training at Sunhurst. All right. I'll show you what I'm going with this now. You see, our people, we are exceptional warriors, you know. The black people here in Jamaica, you know what I mean? Our brothers, the North American Negroes and Native American Indians, our Hispanic brothers. The oppressor will gladly take you in his military so you can fight for team survival. You are the exceptional warrior. You know what I mean? So even though this brother wasn't qualified, then promote him. Why? Because he was exceptional. He's a warrior. You know what I mean? Let me continue reading though. There he was awarded the Sword of Honor in 2016, given to the best officer, cadet, and the course. Right. Our people excel in the oppressor's armies, you know. You understand? Let me continue reading. He rose to the position of adjutant in the 29th Commando Regiment, looking after more than 400 commandos. Let me continue reading. In 2001, he was awarded and member of the Order of the British Empire, right, for his work. And we are talking about a Rasta man, you know. This is a Rasta man, excel in the British Army with no prejudice. He said the only prejudice he ever faced was in Tottenham. And that wasn't when he was a soldier, but when he joined the military, you know what I mean, he was, you know what I mean, them excel him. You know, we know that our brothers face prejudice, you know what I mean, in the US military. You know what I mean? And there's racism in the British military too. But this brother, you know what I mean, this Rasta brother, he never faced none. So the point to me I make, you know, where is Rasta enemy to the Queen and the Queen enemy to Rasta? It seemed like the Queen loved Rasta. Because remember, you know, the Queen did love Rastafari or Haile Selassie, you know. Not the Queen, but Britain. Where's the beef? We don't see the beef. But you see, we in the ISUPK, we have a real beef. You understand? With Britain. And this beef will never make any member of the ISUPK get up and say, yo, we will ever join the British Army. Of course, watch out. If brothers are in the British Army, we not condemn them, you know. You know what I mean? More while we talk a little rough, you know what I mean? Because this is what we stand for. But if you're in the British Army, you never know no better. You know what I mean? Pray the Most High get you out of that place. If you're in the US Army or even the Jamaica Defense Force, pray the Most High get you out of that. You know, we not condemn, you know. We not condemn our brothers. You know what I mean? We are here to educate our brothers. But what we are trying to do, we are show you the standard of the ISUPK. This will never happen. You will never have a ISUPK Hebrew Israelite seeking to join British Army. Because the Queen is our enemy, for real. You know what I mean? And we just assure you the religion named Rastafari, the Queen could never be your enemy. Because like me said, you know what I mean? The man when them call Rastafari, Britain save him life. The man named Rastafari or Haile Selassie, Britain save him country. And put him back on him throne and call him King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And that is where Rasta get that from. But we in the ISUPK, we have to say them things because we have our brothers who really want to serve the Most High. Hey, I know some Rasta man in a road boy. Where, yo, we just, I say, yo, I know ISUPK on for that. Because the militancy where, you know what I mean, I see you not try portray, and in the ISUPK that day, the real farmer that in the ISUPK and the commanding general, YAHANNA. But me see what we not try aspire to, but we not go get that in a Rastafariism, brother. Because the whole foundation of the thing is a lie. You understand? Let me continue reading this article. See? Coastland believe that there doesn't need to be friction between faith and service, according to the new outlet. But he acknowledged that Rastafariism is a faith that is sometimes still misunderstood, even trivialized. And the reason why it's trivialized, rude boy, is because it don't have no real foundation. It's a mixture of different, you know what I mean, belief system. You know what I mean? And it has nothing to do with our history as the children of Israel. So that's why it trivialized when you go to the foundation of Rastafariism, it's shaky. It's easy for the sweep way. It's even weaker than Christianity when you check it. You know what I mean? It's no more damaging than Christianity. We now see Christianity are the strongest stronghold that our people under right now. You know, the most destructive. Here in Jamaica, Rastafari come second. See? Along with the politician them and them. See? Probably politician them come second. See? But them foundation shaky, brother. It is easy for sure what is wrong with Rastafari, is it? You know what I mean? Easy. But the strength that it have over our brothers, it is very, you know what I mean? It's heart-rending, brother. When you see our brothers, you know what I mean, serving this religion so ardently, and you can see, say, yo, these brothers are just being deceived. It's heart-rending because we know, say, your real place is in the I.S.U.P.K. If you really want, if you're so ardent and you want to serve the Most High, over yasso you for the rude boy. Over yasso you for the. If you really defend militancy and warrior, like Chronic say, man a warrior, boy. If you're a real warrior, brother, over the I.S.U.P.K. for the brother. No warrior in a Rastafariism, brethren. What kind of warrior I go, you know what I mean, intoxicated by marijuana all day long? You know, in your right mind, brother. What kind of battle you go fight? What kind of battle you go fight, you boy? What kind of defend you go defend your people? That's not possible. Let me continue reading. It's caricatured, Slakia, pronounce the word good. Caricatured as they smoke marijuana, they have long hair, and they are all Jamaican. Right. And that are the main shakiness with Rastafariism. When we smoke marijuana. It's like the marijuana smoking, it is almost, you know what I mean, mandatory in other religion. Rastafari is, you know what I mean, the reason why Jamaican people are hooked on weed. And weed is a drug and a sin against the Most High. It is sorcery. It is the culture that come out of Rastafariism that is why our young youth them on the corner right now are about them and niggle. Rastafari, that religion. Christianity is the reason why you have so much child molesters and homosexuals in our society right now. They are, you know what I mean? Them stem out of Christianity. You see, Rastafariism is the reason why we have the drug addicts them. You know what I mean? And all of the hot head them. You know what I mean? That's why you can't, you know what I mean? You have to watch how you are reason with a youth nowadays because him head hot. You know what I mean? Especially if him no smoke from morning. Him head hot. But a Rastafari behind that, and Rastafari behind many of, you know what I mean? The outrageous, what I call it now, violent activity. And you might say, boy, no man, you're going too far now. It come with the weed, rude boy. You see, the smoking of weed, it make you depressed, aggressive when you not have the weed. And if you get the weed, you know what I mean? You might not see, say, yo, boy, you the weed I do this, because you think, say, boy, you deal with it. All right, it agree with you. But It is the reason why you see our brothers don't think twice to do certain things. You understand? And as you left high school, so even before high school, before you left high school, and from your now work, the next best thing for do is just go burn a split because you know what I mean? Mix with the oppression, you can't find a job, you might as well smoke weed. Rastafari say it good and it's a medicine and it make your meds. So guess what? Me have to go smoke weed. Because I can't find a work. I don't know what to do. I might as well smoke. You know what I mean? And that cause a lot of problems. You know what I mean? Mentally to youth them. That is caused by Rastafariism. Rastafariism is Jamaica's, you know what I mean, freeway Rick Ross. Freeway Rick Ross got the black community in the United States hook and crack with the help of the CIA. You know what I mean? Rastafariism got Jamaica hooked on weed. They are responsible. So when you see we come up against Rastafariism, yo, we love the fire where them burn more while, you know, meaning when them burn Babylon and where them burn, you know what I mean? Them burn Batman and all them things, they will love that. See? But guess what? We not teach the full truth. We not hypocrite. And we are talking about, you know what I mean? The brothers who in that and them are break the most high laws and I teach our people to do all kind of foolishness and serve an idol in a Selassie. So we have to address that. You understand? So the fire good, but fire burn over here so too. UPK never stop burn no fire. But we not burn no weed. And no hypocrite no over here so. A brother now go sleep with your wife over here so. You understand? A brother not even go talk to your wife too good without your permission. You understand? Over here so in the UPK, you're allowed to have more than one wife and a brother now go touch one of your wife. There is no conflict in the I.S.U.P.K. You know why? Because we keep the most high laws. You understand? These laws make we live at peace with each other. So even though the government are trying, you know what I mean, put things in place and I wonder, how come them youth are so off? Is because you know teach the youth them the most high laws. Where you going to teach them, say? You going to teach them to make the most money in the world? All right, well, they're going to have the most money in the world and the most enemies amongst them people. You understand? Look on the scam of them. They have the most money in the world and the most enemies amongst them people. As a matter of fact, they might turn up the crime rate, the murder rate. Let me finish reading this though. See? But since the creation of the Defense Rasta Network, the dress regulation have been amended to allow Rastafarian soldiers to wear a full beard, dreadlocks, and turban, which is required by some denomination. All right, so this brother was able to create a Rastafari, you know what I mean? We call it a network in the army, in the British Army. See? And they allowed it. They would have never done that for the I.S.U.P.K. Never. Never. You know why? The I.S.U.P.K. is a real threat to this status quo. You know what I mean? If you don't want a real change, you know what I mean? I'm going to talk to the warrior them. See? The man them will really say, yo, you know, say Babylon need to fall, brother. The system are really oppressive people. But not talk about the man them who can get butter up with money. But not talk about the man them where, you know what I mean, you show them, you give them two nice girl, two white girl, see? And after a sudden and a black woman and child no more, you know what I mean, a boy, everybody for love we are dealing with. We not talk about them, brother. We are talk about the one them who say, yo, look, the system here do a terrible thing to the people, brother. It have to go down. So if it means that I have to keep the most high laws them, fix my people, and separate from our oppressor, we will do it, and over yasa uno for there. Over yasa uno for the road boy when nobody no compromise over yasa. You know what I mean? We know the militant brothers them out there, you know, we know the soldier them there, you know. A whole heap of soldier we see on a daily, but guess what go on? The soldier them now, them now no, them a warrior without a card. Like Captain Akkad would have said. You know what I mean? Bad captain in the I.S.U.P.K. You know what I mean? Exceptional warrior, real fighting skills. We not talk about, you know what I mean? You not talk about imagination fighting skills. We not talk about, what do I call it now? We not talk about lightning and thunder. We not talk about that. We are talking about real warriors in the I.S.U.P.K. So if you feel like say yo, you know what I mean, you fit the description there and you're a non-compromising brother, and you're right, and you feel like say you have the integrity to keep these laws at the most high, and you believe that God is real, and that is a big problem against our people. We believe in a God conveniently. Meaning only when we need something, but we don't think the most high need nothing from we. You understand? Which means say you don't believe in God, you believe in a genie. You believe that God is here to grant your wish. The Most High is real. And it requires something from you. And when you do that something, it protect you and put an edge around you. You know what I mean? Here in the UPK, we take no losses. Everybody will come up against the UPK. If I could have one away, I could have two. Them are the loser. We are not the loser. We come up victorious. We take 0 losses. You know why? Because the UPK is the real deal. You know what I mean? And my time in the UPK confirm it. Before I come in the UPK, I know this. That's what I know. I said, you see, them man need for day in Jamaica. Zin, them man need for day in Jamaica. Come in the UPK, I confirm it. Them man are the real man them in the earth, brother. Them man are the real prophet. Them man are not just, them man will sing, no sing. I don't know no singer in the UPK. Zin, for the most part. Zin. But the man will rap, you know. And me myself, I do like a DJ in more while. I mean, we're not really business about that. You know what I mean? If that go on, that go on. But at the end of the day, we do what that, you know, but for the most part, the man are the real man in the earth, brother. The man are drive the real revolutionary. You know what I mean? And the revolution is not what you think. The revolution starts firstly with you coming back to your identity. You see, all the way them other groups they talk about, Zin, and them say them want, don't want to do that. Notice how none of them actually do what them say them want to do or what is needed for help black people. You know what I mean? Many of them say, boy, we need to come up against the white man with arms. You know, the understanding, brother. The white man make the arms, them, brother. You know what I mean? And you are a part of a people who are not even united. So how not going to come up against a nation of people who create the arms that you need to come up against them and you're not united? UPK. In the UPK, we are united. You understand? We unite Israel. The first thing is to come back to your nationality. Ask yourself a question here. What is your nationality? If you say Jamaican, you prove my point. So you don't know your nationality. If you say African, you prove my point again. You don't know your nationality. We were taken from Africa, but we were also rounded up by Africans. And we were sold to the white man. And no African shed a tear when we were brought over, yes, brother. None. No African shed a tear, brother. You see me? None. And we still over here suffer. And Africa is becoming, man, them have them problems over there, you know, we don't have nothing to do with we, you know. Them war them one another and they have been warring with each other. And that we are trying to show you. See? So don't think like you're going to go over there, so, you know what I mean? And cause the Africans them to love you. You know what I mean? Them have them problem, but guess what? You see, as The children of Ham, who they are Cam, or Cam, or Kem, which the Kemites them come from, which are not our people. Them have an identity and them are built upon them identity. We scattered, we not even know who he is, brother. We think we are Jamaican. We think Andrew Wilson is our prime minister. We think Joe Biden our president. You understand? That is the problem we have. We need our identity back. And our identity, according to the scripture, is the greatest identity upon the face of the earth. And that is of the children of Israel. Yashar Allah. Allah means power. The Muslims, they misunderstand the word Allah and say, that is the name of God. No, brother, that does mean God. God is a title. Allah, power, God. What our name signifies is Yashar, which is the prince. Allah. So Yashar Allah, prince of the power, are sons of God. Jamaicans, you are the sons of God. You know what I mean? You are the children of the Most High. Christians like to use this term. We say, we are all children of God. But them not really understand it. You know what I mean? Them not get it. Them think if you go in at the Christian church and clap and sing hard enough, you become a child of the Most High. When being a child of the Most High or children of God or Yashar Allah, Prince of the Power, come from a nation, you have to come from a nation of the people, nation of people with the Most High choose. And that is the nation of Israel, which is Yashar Allah in the Hebrew. You understand? Prince of the Power. Who is the power? Who is the power? The one that created this earth. He is the power. Why is he the power? Power means authority. Him in charge of everything. He is the reason why, you know what I mean, him put the mechanisms in place. And when I say him, I don't mean him alone. Of course, you know what I mean, him have ranks of angels that work for him. Ranks. Him never even have to lift a finger. Then his name is Yahweh. Then him never have to lift a finger. The ranks of angels created this earth and the universe where you see out there. Him never have to lift a finger. You know, but he is the power. You know what I mean? And under that rank there is the power and authority that rules this place, brother. Not the oppressor, not the white man. The white man no rule. The white man, he might come down off him throne shortly. See? We serve our captivity and our punishment. No, we are rise, brother. That we are the right now. See? That we are the right now. So who is the power? The one who created this. The one who put the mechanism in place. To make the breeze blow. To make oxygen go in your lungs. To make your lungs expand and contract. To make your heart beat without you knowing, even while you're sleeping. To make your brain process information and breathe out back in verbiage or words. And create you. And you are the most one of the greatest creation. Just look by your hand them and notice how much control you have over them, bro. And you don't have no idea how that come about. There's a creator. No doubt about it. And the more technology increase is the more you realize, oh, but I know somebody create me, bro. Because now you see what creation can be. And now you look at yourself and see that you are the most exceptional creation, and the person who created you have to be great. But we are telling you this, listen. Zane, you see the person who created you, you have a covenant with him. Your foreparents sign a deal with him, and your position on this earth is to rule. But you know what you do? You want to serve the oppressor, because you keep none of his laws, you keep none of the Most High laws. So the white man rule. Because you don't want it, obviously. You don't want to rule. You know what I mean? You want to break the Most High laws, simple laws that make you live at peace with your brother. The Most High, all right. The Most High is not asking you to sacrifice your children. The Most High is not asking you for, you know what I mean, do what these other heathens do. All the Most High is asking you to do is to keep laws that will make you righteous and make you live in love and peace with your brother. That's all, you know, brother. When you check the laws in the Bible, see, you must not charge your brother usury. What is usury? Tax. Mean if you lend him something, don't charge him interest. You would have to be a selfish person to look on that and say, yo, well, I mean, I like that lad. You're selfish, brother, you mean that. All of the laws them fall within them thing there. Jubilee, you know what I mean? The year of Jubilee. If a man, you know what I mean, in a death to you, in a 50 years, set him free. Set him free, bro. You want hold him as your servant for 100 years, bro? The most I try to give laws that will stop crime and violence, brother. Brother, the laws in the Bible is the only solution to the problem that our leaders cause, that the government of Jamaica and the other party cause, which they are now searching for solution and can't find it. You know why? Because them don't look on them laws, yeah. And when we say laws, we are talking about the most high laws. See? We not talk about, you know what I mean? We not talk about the 48 laws of power. We not talk about that. That is Eden belief and white man trickery. Them laws they only a teach you to manipulate your brother. Them laws they a teach you how to manipulate and to be a narcissist. You understand? All right, I don't want to stray away too far from the topic still, but we're going to jump back in our topic. See? All right, I'll read a scripture. This is the book of Proverbs, in 3 and 31, and it says, envy thou not the oppressor. And this goes to the article we just read with the Rastafari brother, who, you know what I mean, who served in the British Army, who was accepted by the British Army to wear him Rasta dreads and be a total Rastafarian in the British Army. And we go on to say that they would have never given that opportunity to the I.S.U.P.K. As a matter of fact, we don't want to join the British Army. See, we really born the queen. You know what I mean? But the scripture tell we say, envy thou not the oppressor. Meaning, why would we want to join the oppressor's army? To fight the oppressor's war, brother? How about joining your army? What is your army? Not the JDF. Not the US military, not the US Navy, not the Green Beret. Your army is in the I.S.U.P.K and the commanding general, YAHANNA. You don't have no other army, brother. You don't have none. The Jamaica Defense Force work for the Queen. You understand? That's their priority. Not your. Their priority is to keep you in check on behalf of the Queen. But you see the I.S.U.P.K and the commanding general, YAHANNA, we burn the Queen, and our priority is to care for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Who are these people? These are the children of Israel. These are Yashar Allah, the prince of the power. You know what I mean? Who were brought over here to serve slavery, whose time it is now to rise and come out of captivity. We are your army. That's why we have generals, captains, officers, troopers. You know what I mean? That's why when we start off, I say I'm Officer Kayad 1. And when my brother Abadar 1 start his class, him say he's Officer Abadar 1. You know what I mean? This is a rank structure, brother. This is not play. This is not a joke. We're not there. Yo, this is not a joke. When we say keep the most high laws, we really keep the most high laws. And if a brother don't keep the most high laws in the UPK, you will stand out like a sore thumb. And you will get the hell out of here. Because integrity is our most priority up in this. You understand? You're not going to last long in the UPK if you commit adultery. You know what I mean? You're a thief. You understand? You're not going to last long. No, if you come in at the UPK, bro, and you break the laws, them, you're going to find out quick and fast the most high in the UPK. Zin? Quick and fast. Quick. The most high should be out quick and fast. You know what I mean? Your dirt just going to come to the forefront and you wonder how that happened. How that happened? Not tell nobody. You're going to say, come on. You can't play with the most high. If, all right, you're there on your phone. And more while you text and you say, come back. If I watch me text, you know, I can't text or I can't post nothing where, you know what I mean, where so offensive or so in a way. Because more likely, watch me over my phone, you know, and rare. So if the white man watch you over the phone or the police force and rare, because of technology, you think the most I don't know where you are behind closed door, brother? You mean say the most I who created, you know what I mean, the nervous system and this thing where we live inside of, which is our body, see, which we know nothing how it functions, but it is so complex. You tell me say that same God they don't know what you do last night. That same God they don't know say you sleep with your brother's wife. Him don't know. Him know, man, and you know what I mean, it's not going to be a secret. The scripture says, what is done in the dark, I will come out in the light. A Bible and get that out, brother. You know what I mean? And that's why we follow the Bible. Because the Bible true. So this scripture says, envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. See? And that brother who's a Rastafarian, you know what I mean? He envied the oppressor because he wanted to join the oppressor's military, the British Army. You know what I mean? And because Britain is not at war with Rastafarianism, them allow him to be Rasta in the army. Them allow him, no problem. As a matter of fact, we were the one who saved your king or your God, Haile Selassie, from Mussolini. So come on in, be Rasta. But them would have never do that for the UPK because you know what we say? We say we are the real Israelites and uno our enemy. You understand? And you're going to pay for with slavery. UPK now go get them privilege, there, brother. But your Rastafari member will. Your Rastafari member will sit down with the Queen's children and get a job and enjoy themselves. We, if Kate Middleton and Prince Harry, or whatever their names are, should ever come before the ISUPK here in Jamaica or worldwide, we would require them to bow down and kiss our feet. Brawling. Lick up the dust off our feet. Like what the scripture said. Brawling, brother. You know what I mean? Non-compromise. You know what I mean? We wouldn't be singing and dancing with them. You understand? So that's the difference between we and them, brother. That we are trying to show you. You know what I mean? We have some real warriors over here, so we're not going to compromise. We know, you know what I mean? We're not distracted with weed smoke in our brain. We're not distracted, we focus. You know what I mean? We are thinking about how to build this thing greater and greater. You know what I mean? And teach people them and bring our people back. You know what I mean? To them true culture and to love each other and treat each other with respect and love. You understand? And separate from oppressors. You understand? That is what we are doing over here, so bro. It might look small in everybody's eyes, but it's solid, it's strong, it's firm. You know what I mean? So it built on a solid foundation, very strong. You know what I mean? It's not possible for a man should be too over. No, can't should be too over. Can't should be too over like how you should be over Rastafarianism, the Nation of Israel, Islam, Black Panthers, Martin Luther King, them, you know what I mean? You can't set up no man like how them set up Marcus Garvey over. Yes, sir. Why? Integrity. If they had any dirt on the ISUPK, they would have taken that long time. No dirt no over here, so bro. You know what I mean? I just be a rock, be a strong man over here, so. You understand? And commanding general, YAHANNA raise up. Be a strong man over here, so. That's why we look so militant, we look scary. So we as men, we look scary, bro. We not feel look weak. You know what I mean? We not feel look like, boy, you know what I mean? Like how them looking at the Christian church. You know what I mean? We not feel look like, oh, we're Rastafari and brothers them. Look, you know what I mean? Zone out pan weed and high. If we look, you know what I mean? Like warriors. You know what I mean? So other nation look pan we and see so them people have a defense. Them people are no weak fence. We can't just go in and, you know what I mean, take advantage of them women and them children. No, them have some strong man. We have to watch out for them. You understand? That is the UPK. You understand? All right. All right, so we'll jump into some scriptures where, you know what I mean, in the topic, show you say, yo, the problems that we face amongst each other is because of disrespect. No respect for each other. You understand? And the reason why we don't have any respect for each other is because we don't keep the Most High laws. You understand? These laws ensure that you don't violate a brother. You don't steal from a brother. You don't take him woman. You know what I mean? And a brother won't do the same. You understand? And what that would cause? Peace amongst brothers. You understand? So, the Most High law is the only solution for our people. But the government don't know that. The government being the main reason why we murder each other today, because them introduced the terrorist, you know what I mean, murder culture to Jamaica. Them no know say, boy, keeping the Most High laws is the only solution. But we know. So them are going to try put things in place. We are going to teach a man a skill, but them are going to just turn him into a skillful murderer or a rich murderer. Like me say, the scammer them show you. You know what I mean? Money don't fix problems. Money not going to stop a man from bust a man head. At least you having money are going to make a man want to take it from you. But these laws teach you to not covet. As a matter of fact, I tell you what these laws teach you. These laws teach you that if you have money, look out for the poor. So the poor not have no reason to come bust your head and take your money. Teach you not to manipulate and use the poor and extort and exploit the poor. So the poor will love you. And a peace that, brother. You understand? All right, we'll jump to the book of 1 John 4:20. If a man say, I love God and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he has seen, how can he love God whom he has not seen? And the most I just make it basically practical for the people them who claim say them love God. I'm just make it practical. Look, yo, you never see me yet in your life, brother. Zin, you never see me yet. Treat your brother good, and so me know if you love me. Treat your brother good, so me are gonna know if you love me. You understand? Many of our people complain that, yo, we never see God yet and ray. But when they need God, then call upon God though. But the same God where you never see, where you confirm, you never see him yet. You know what I mean? You don't love him because look how you treat a brother. Look how you treat your brother. With disrespect. Why you sleep with the brother's wife? Alright, you don't know him. I know your friend. So, true you don't know him, you say, boy, I know like, I sleep with my friend, woman. You sleep with your brother, another Benjamite from the nation of Israel. From your same tribe, you sleep with female woman. You disrespect that brother, and when that brother find out, say you disrespect him, what you think him going to do? Like anybody will feel disrespected. Him going to want him honor back. Him going to want back him honor. But you going to say, yo, we don't fight over the woman, a girl clown, brother, ray. Of course, we don't tell no brothers to fight over a whore. Don't fight over no whore, brother. But a brother we in the world, see? A brother we in the world, him going to want him honor back. It is natural. You take something from him that is his. It's like you take him car. Or you take him chain. You don't want him to defend it. You think him a fool. And that's why you disrespect him. So guess what go on? That same brother go come bust out head. And you go say, boy, look how the man kill man over a woman. You take something from him. Him not totally fool. He might defend something. He might defend him honor. It might not even be about the woman. It might not even be about the woman. It's the mere, where I call it now, audacity where you have to take what is feel. You understand? You get it now? But we here in Jamaica, we have a culture where, you know what I mean? Boy, take boy, girl, and all them things there. War you want, man, and dead you want dead. You know what I mean? We not hear the culture where say, yo, we take boy car and we take boy chain. Why? Because you know a man going to defend him chain and defend him car. You understand? Same way a man going to defend him woman, brother. You can't have more than one woman if you please. Zin? You can have more than one woman if you please, according to the law of the Most High. Why you want a next man woman? Why you going to give a woman, you know what I mean, occasion for disrespect her husband and think little of her husband, your brother? Why you go sleep with her and make she become a dragon to that brother as if that brother is worthless because you are knock it? You understand? Yeah, man. Junior said, blessed is the man that consider the poor. You're right, brother. You're right. Blessed is the man that consider the poor. That is in our law. Our law make us consider the poor. You understand? But the rich of our people, them not consider we. The rich of our people, them not consider we, brother. You understand? And that is why the poor, you know what I mean, with the help of the CIA and this corrupt government, go off into a life of crime because they're more rich. They're more rich too. You understand? And you know what I mean? This is the selfish culture there amongst us now that a man feel like, say, boy, if you get rich, he have to switch. You know what I mean? Have to switch upon him, bridging them, and he have to cut off people, and he have to, you know what I mean? That's not brotherly. You know what I mean? So it said, if a man say, I love God and hate his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he has seen, how can he love God whom he has not seen? Oh, you love the most, you ever give the most of your plate of food yet? Never. But you claim say you love the most high. But a brother come to you and say, yo, boy, brother, can't give me a bills for buy to, you know what I mean, to bull and bag juice. See? And I say, I'm not give you my money, my youth. Or I not have it. You have it, you know. Nah, I not have nothing, brother. And you look on him, you look down on him and say, kill this crap. Boy, some boy go suck them mother and them come and beg you. No. And go on the most way. And then when you in your problems now and you need financial help, see ya. Why, Father, I tell you, man, trust me, yo. Wish you could have do something for me right now, star. Boy, yo, the bills them, yo, my woman give me hell right now, rare. And you expect the most time to help you. Guess what the most time you gonna do? Deal with it like how you deal with that brother there. Yo, the most time, alright. The most time characteristics is how you see black people behave and Hispanic. Him will deal with you how you deal with another brother. Same way. The most is not a genie, or is not a statue, another white Jesus painting, you know. Him real, him have personality, brother. And him will style you. And when him style you, you know say, yo, but come like most style me a while ago, because look, the very thing when I just ask for the opposite happen. And so you know say most is not with you. You understand? And him prove say you more while him not with you. I'm sure you. You understand? So him say if you don't love your brother, you don't love him, brother. And that is just it. You understand? So guess what you have to do now? You have to love your brother. Treat your brother with respect. You understand? Treat your brother with respect, man. You know what I mean? Watch how you talk to your brother. Don't belittle your brother. You know what I mean? If your brother need a helping and you can do it, help him. You know what I mean? Don't sleep with your brother wife. Don't molest him children. You understand? Don't thief him things. Don't covet him things, brother. Don't bad mind him. You understand? Shalom, Barak ya Allah. You know what I mean? Shalom, brother. Yabba Shem Yashai Barakatah. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Montreal checking in, you know? Yeah, man. Big up to the brothers then. Yeah, man. So, treat your brother with respect. You know what I mean? And we're gonna have peace. We're not gonna have no crime and no violence. Because many of the things them, I'm sure you something. It's enough turf war going on in Jamaica, community against community. It boils down to one simple thing, you know, sometimes. Or just one of many simple things. See? Disrespect, but more while over a woman. So a man go cross over, you know what I mean, another community. See? And probably book her up on the road, but she live over so. See? And him go over, they go check her. She call him, she say him can't forward. She have a man, you know. This brother know that she have her man, you know. And him still have sex with her. Her man a quenga. See? Her man a bad man. He might be bad man too. Yeah, I'm a bad man. You know what I mean? Over your son, over there, so good, you know. The whole time, you know. Good. And go over there, go sleep with the man, woman consistently. You know what I mean? The man find out. And say, oh, them take off for fool. Them think we are clown over here, so. And him just come shell down your head. You know what I mean? And two communities start war. You know what I mean? And people just start dead. Over one whore on our crutches and one brother who never respect another brother. He say, yo, oh, you have a man? All right, sis. No, man, no watch no face, man. Me and you can't deal because you have a man and me rate another black brother. Me nah disrespect a brother. You know how much problem that solve, brother? That solve gang feud. And no make no man tell you nothing rude, boy. The baddest a man them will murder you over them woman. No make no man tell you about them are the biggest gallus and no woman can't draw them out that way. See a man the way I thought that way, I am see a man gonna slap you away for them woman, brother. See? Try and know that. All the man them have the most woman in the world find out say you sleep with one eye woman and kill you for that one woman. Because you violate him honor. And that's the main thing, you know. Him have 10 women and you sleep with one. And him sit down and think about the one where you sleep with. Because a female woman. And him hate your feet and him anywhere him see you, him a bust your face. You understand? I don't call him a girl clown. How much woman him have? Man a girl clown. You take the man honor. You understand? Can brother, yeah man. Them glorify it in a song. You understand? Them glorify it in a song. You know what I mean? Take boy girl, especially Dexter Daps. You know, nowadays a Dexter Daps. One time Shabba used to say, you know what I mean? One joke, one wash, then you turn it down. You know what I mean? Talking about a woman, meaning you sleep with her, she wash it out, and then she clean again. So them glorify it in a song. You understand? And now we think that it is a good thing that we sleep with each other's woman. You understand? Which that is the root and cause of enough of the murder where you see a go on woman, a man see a looking woman and feel like this year the same. I'm a bad man too. You're a bad man and you chat to him woman and you know say I'm woman. You must this year this him you know nothing to do with the woman, him a female woman. You understand? You must warrior look. You understand? I must warrior look, brother. So guess what? Since a warrior look, I'm gonna go this you. Where if you just know, say, boy, I'm woman that love me, cause, you know what I mean? I'm a brother that, other girl there, man. I want to have a man. Adultery that. You can't get any other woman when you have a man. Leave she alone, because she have one. Then, problem solved. And you see, we live at peace, and you see communities are come together and a party and I enjoy themselves. Because no man head now bus. But you know what I mean? One man, one whoremonger, and one whore can cause a lot of problem. Another thing will cause problem. The robbing, stealing from a brother, juke down a brother, take him phone. Reach back people who can do something about it. You know what I mean? So what I try to show you is, brother, these problems that we have amongst each other, you know what I mean? They are caused by us violating each other. You understand? Like what the general bring out yesterday. It is caused by us violating each other. But these laws in the Bible, it, you know what I mean, it safeguard against us violating each other. That's why you have peace in the I.S.U.P.K. And you see, brothers who left the I.S.U.P.K, it was because they don't want no peace. You understand? Them no want no peace. You understand? Peace in the I.S.U.P.K. No brother now go steal another brother's phone. More time you left your things and you forgot where you left it and a brother come give you. Hey, yo, see your thing here. You understand? But not violate no man in the UPK because we keep them laws, yeah, and that is, we have that common consensus amongst us. See, we keep these laws and we have integrity where we keep them non-compromising. You don't just keep them when somebody a look. You're there in your room by yourself. You know what I mean? Even by your phone, you scroll and you might see a girl where you know and she have a man and she dress a certain way on Facebook. You scroll past that. You see? You scroll past that. Because it starts, yes, so. You see, once you start compromising in your mind, you have a compromise in your action. And that's what our leaders them don't know. Our leaders them corrupt in their mind and it show in them actions. And that is why we, you know what I mean, we under so much oppression today because our leaders them have no integrity. But here in the I.S.U.P.K and a commanding general, YAHANNA, integrity reign, man. Yeah, man. Integrity rule and it start with commanding general, YAHANNA, and all the generals and captains under him coming down. You know what I mean? Integrity, you know what I mean, is enforced in the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? Yeah, man. All right. Verse 21. And this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth God, love his brother also. So, you know what I mean? Oh, you know, say you love God. Then, love your brother. Oh, you love your brother. Keeping the laws. We don't mean say you have to laugh off of every brother joke, you know. Every joke where, you know what I mean? Every joke where you hear, you have to fake a laugh. I know that, man. We don't talk about that. You know what I mean? We are talk about keep the laws. The laws mean you never violate this brother. Because if you never steal, you never steal from a brother. If you not covet, you never covet a brother. You know what I mean? If you never sleep with a brother's wife, you never sleep with that brother's wife. Peace. You know what I mean? And if you have a problem with a brother, go to him and him alone. Him know say, yo, brother, you know, say, Ray, I want to solve it there. And if the brother won't, you know what I mean, listen to you, take him to counsel, captain. You know what I mean? Link up your captain and your captain. You know what I mean? Counsel. We have processes in the I.S.U.P.K. We solve issues between brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So the scripture tells us, say, and this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth God, love his brother also. You know what I mean? This is how you know you love God. Zane, let me fix the screen and click on fast. Right. Junior Daily say, yo, everything start from the mind, right? Start from the You know what I mean? Start from the mind act. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Hey, remember to like the video. Yes, share it. You know what I mean? And also, if you have questions as well, you can just leave it in the comments. See? Right. The mind govern the body, right? You know what I mean? All right. So we jump to the book of Matthew chapter 5 and verse 22. This is what it says. But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. Right. So if you're angry with your brother without a cause, you're in danger of the judgment. Your brother no do you nothing, you're just angry at your brother. No man, something wrong. Something wrong. Him not do you nothing. And you just hate your brother. Something wrong. You're in danger of the judgment. You're in danger of being punished by the Most High. See? Because now you hate your brother for nothing. Him not do you nothing. You know what I mean? So if the problem for evil solved, see? Like, what will be the discussion? You know what I mean? What will be the discussion? You just hate your brother for nothing? No man, something wrong with you. Don't hate your brother. That is the point. Your brother don't harm you or don't do you nothing, don't hate him. See? Even if him harm you, or you know what I mean, him do you something, don't hate him, brother. Before you hate him, bring him a counsel and get the problem solved. So that you and your brother can be the brothers again. You know what I mean? Because, all right, you know what the problem with, you know what I mean, our people right now is we were done, you know what I mean, wrong by brothers in the world, out in the world. Like, for example, like when I say, a man sleep with a man, woman, and a man never get justice feed. Or a man thief something from a man, and he not get back where him get robbed. Then, or a man, you know what I mean, do a man a physical harm, and he not get no justice feed. So you know where that escalate to? It escalate to bigger violence and bigger problem. Because no justice was given for the wrong that was done. You understand? That's why counsel is important. You know what I mean? It's counsel in the I.S.U.P.K, but you know what I mean? This was established in our nation in time past, where it was the leaders within the gates who you bring any issue to, and they would solve these issues. It would, all right. One example would be, you remember the situation with Solomon and the two women them way. You know what I mean? One, you know what I mean? Two of them had children in the same room, see? One lie down upon fear children, fear child slack you, and kill it. And then when she realized, she switched the baby with the next woman. See? And notice how King Solomon, they all went to King Solomon to solve that issue. You know what I mean? This was wide throughout our nation, where it was the elders who you go to solve issues like this. And look how Solomon solved that issue perfectly, brilliantly. You know what I mean? By saying, look, when we cut the baby in a two, only the mother who that baby belonged to would say, no, make she have the baby. Make the other one have it. Because you know why? The mother whose baby died, she had no more compassion in her life because she lost a baby. You see, that trauma alone would allow her to see another baby die because she felt the hurt that happened to her. She want another woman feel the hurt there. That's why she said, yeah, cut the baby in a two. But Solomon wise, him say, oh, all right. The one will say, make sure have the baby, I fear her baby. Problem solved. Done. You know what I mean? So we used to have these things all around our nation where elders used to solve issues, where, you know what I mean, people had to get justice so that it no escalate after something different. Because watch I know, if that woman did get the woman baby, what you think that woman there would have do? Come kill her. She not come kill her for her baby. You understand? So this important that if you have a problem, you go You know what I mean? Seek counsel. You know what I mean? Bring that brother to counsel if you have a problem between you and a brother. You understand? All right. Let me continue reading this. And whosoever shall say to his brother, Raka, you know what I mean, shall be in danger of the counsel. You understand? Raka means to say, you know, and this is a problem amongst our people too. Raka means to say, you're worthless. Worthless. Calling a brother worthless. Not valuing your brother. And this is the reason why we have so much murder. You know what I mean? One of the reasons why we have so much murder too. See? You know what I mean? We don't value each other. Worthless. We have a thing where we call our friend them waste man. Friend, you know me I tell you about, you know. You know what I mean? Little conversation and eat it. You call your brethren, you know, waste man. And waste man is basically the same as a waste of a man. You understand? It's not no use. You understand? By doing them things, bro, you're in danger of the council. You know what I mean? You must be brought to council. If we had people, simple, you see, a simple thing like that. And then you wonder why we have so much murder, because even a simple thing like that should have been addressed within our society. Where a brother call you worthless and a waste man, that's supposed to fix right there. Right there, so it's supposed to fix. You're supposed to have people where, you know what I mean? You could have got to and say, look, this brother called me a waste man, you know. Me and him are bridging for so long, and this man had diss me. All because, you know what I mean, I make a little mistake. This man had diss me and I call me a waste man. We should have counsel to deal with that right there, so. And somebody said, look, you call your friend a waste man, you need to apologize to your friend. You know what I mean? We not condone that in our nation. Can't call your brethren a waste man, your friend that. Solve that, this so, done. You know, say, sorry, brother. It was true, yo, you know what I mean? Yo, ray, man. So it goes still. I watch no face road, boy. Ray. Buy your drink. Then done. But them things are not solving our nation, so guess what I go on? Waste man turning into something different. Turning a pre-mens. And a man say, boy, you must have style me. And the man just tone and, you know what I mean, rallying, move, you know, shuffling up, go on. And I'm gonna say, all right, that you do, all right, wait till my bucky and two good friend turn enemy. Till you hear say one dead. You understand? Our judicial system have nothing in place to deal with that. But you know, the I.S.U.P.K, a man call you a waste man, bring him to council. Bring him a council. I don't know, informal business that. You try gain your brother. You try make sure say you and this brother don't become enemy. Bring him a counsel. Me a waste man, me a bring him a counsel. Me a call Cap. Cap, man a call me waste man, Cap. Cap say, what? Apologize. What you call a man waste man for? You don't have no reason for call no man no waste man. Your brother is not a waste of a man. Your brother is not worthless. Apologize. Sorry, brother. Sorry. Done. Now go no further than this. You understand? And them things that we need to have in place. And them things that in place in the I.S.U.P.K. In the I.S.U.P.K, the real nation of Israel, our nation, exists. But you see, out in the world, in the white man world, that is like our people, them in the Israelite, them in but them under the government. The government in the I.S.U.P.K. But I just see that government expand and take over. But as you see, the oppressor's government fall, you will see our government spread and get larger. Because it's going to be the only solution for our people in the time of the crisis to come, and it's the right of foot. You understand? And the I.S.U.P.K is growing, getting bigger. You know what I mean? Join the movement now. You understand? Don't wait. Don't wait till the thing popular. You know what I mean? Don't make some young man, you know what I mean, who just hear the truth, or I go hear the truth 10 years from now. You have to go come in and call him. Sir, yes, sir, Kadawan Khan, you have to call him sir. And you hear the truth 10 years before, brother. You hear the truth 10 years before, and then eventually, inevitably, you have to go forward. But you're forward late. Not late, but you're forward. And now this young man will hear the truth last year or in the last, you know what I mean, 3 months ago. You have to go call him sir, because I'm an officer. Yeah, young man. You understand? Don't wait till it a trend. Join it now. Help build it to where it needs to be. You know what I mean? Come put in your pound in the truth and make the truth build and make it strong with your integrity. You understand? Come do that now. You know what I mean? Because the truth are going to be, you know what I mean? Them can't stop it. It's like a train. You understand? Yeah, man. It's like a train, bro. Anything in the way, I will get shoved out of the way. You see? All right, let me jump to another scripture. See? Hold on, I'm not done. See? And it said, but whosoever shall say, thou fool, shall be in danger of the hellfire. Right, so, you know what I mean? If you call your brother a fool, that no go on in the UPK, brother. You know, call your brother no fool in your so. You understand? That a counsel. You know what I mean? And the scripture make you know say even the most high prayer, hellfire that. You call a man fool. What to you? The most high prayer for that. You know what I mean? Give me a second. You know what I mean? So let me jump to another scripture. All right, we'll jump to the book of Zechariah, Matthew 18 and 21. And it said, then came Peter to him. So Peter came to YAHANNA Mashiach, which is Christ. See? And him said, Lord, how often, see, shall my brother sin against me and I forgive him? Right, and this is very important. See? Very, very important. Till 7 times. Right, so Peter say, yo, so a 7 time, if my brother sin against me, if him sin against me 7 times, you know what I mean? If you forgive him, this is what Christ said, YAHANNA, see? YAHANNA said, say it unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7. Right, so YAHANNA make him know, say, yo, I know 7 times, brother. You know what I mean? 70 times 7. So when you do the math, 70 times 7 are what? 400 and what? 490, 70 times 7. But another point the Christ are trying to make you know. Christ are trying to make you know, say, look, no matter what your brother do, always forgive him. You understand? Always forgive him. No matter what him do. You know what I mean? If you have to bring him to a council, 70 times, 7 times, I just saw a thing said. But after that, sweep that under the rug. These are laws that we have. You understand? That make sure say no man no murder no man. And if a man murder a man, you know, the boy penalty is there for that. You know what I mean? Penalty there for that. See? But with these laws, you have less problems amongst each other. With these laws. You understand? These laws prevent all of the problems where you see go on in our communities. Where you see brothers, you know what I mean, go at it against brothers and brothers are enemies. You live in a one lane, or you live in a one family. One family. And you know what I mean? Nobody no like nobody in a family. You understand? These laws, brother. Solve the issues. You know what I mean? Right. So Junior said, as we forgive those who trespass against us, right? You know what I mean? So that is the thing we need to forgive each other. You know what I mean? Forgiveness. And That system ain't put nothing in place like I said, faith. Give brothers justice. That's why you have a lot of reprisal killing. You know what I mean? Man, somebody dead and man no get justice. So guess what I go on? Boy, I'm gonna take it up on me. Yo. Me a turn quenga now, me a go kill people. See? Or a man thief, a man woman, and you know what I mean, him no get punished feet, him there brag say, oh, him take and sleep with the woman and him, you're a fool and you're a clown and rare. Man decides, boy, nobody now give him honor back. Him gonna take him honor by force. You understand? So I just them thing there. Right. The scripture says, forgive and you will be forgiven. You understand? Which is right. You understand? Yeah, man. That's what we're building at the UPK. You understand? All right, let me jump to some more scriptures. See? All right, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 25 and verse 40. And this is what it says. And the king shall answer and say unto them, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. Right. So the king is Christ. Or YAHANNA, our king. And he must say, what you do to the least of these my brethren is as if you do it to him. And Christians like to say them love Christ, but them treat blacks and Hispanics like garbage. Even blacks and Hispanic Christians treat blacks and Hispanic like garbage. Because really, Christianity is white supremacy, but them claim them love Jesus. But the way them treat, you know what I mean, Christ people, the least of these my people, you know what I mean, my brethren, is the way them would have treat Christ, and Christ assure them that. And in the broader things, no, see, outside of Christianity, the way you treat your brother is the way you would have treat Christ. You understand? And if you treat a brother in the I.S.U.P.K, you know what I mean, it even worse, because now you deal with the brothers them who dedicate them life to serve with King YAHANNA Christ. You understand? You treat them badly. Means you treat Christ badly. You reject the brother, them will come and tell you, say, brother, look here, man. You need to stop eat pork. Stop eat pork, brother. You know what I mean? Stop eat pork. You say, no, oh, pork sweet and all them things. As a matter of fact, yo, brother, I don't even want to hear nothing. You reject Christ. You understand? Because the same thing Christ would have come tell you. Stop eat pork. And Christ would have probably said rougher than all our brother there. Christ would have probably said like our king would have said. You understand? So these are very important for us to know. See? Inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. All right, Luke 6 and 31. This is what it says. And as you would that men should do to you, do ye also them likewise. Right. Christians twist it and say, do unto others as they would like, you would like them to do unto you. Well, I see same thing it has say, you know, but I know Christians have to change up everything. But anyway, Zane, yeah. You see, as you would like, you know what I mean, a brother to deal with you, deal with him that way. And you can't go wrong. You understand? I don't think you would want no brother bully you. You know what I mean? I don't think you'd want a brother belittle you. See? So I know you wouldn't do that to a brother. You understand? And if you have the mindset there, then all right, you and the brother there will live good and peaceably. You know what I mean? Peacefully. Yeah, man. You and the brother there not have no problem. You know what I mean? Good. You understand? Yeah, man. All right. Mark 12 and 31. And the second is like, namely this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these. Right. So And the second is namely this, love your neighbor as yourself. You know what I mean? When it's a neighbor do it, not talk about the Chinese man or the oppressor, the white man. It not talk about the Syrian, the Middle Eastern. It not talk about the African. Your neighbor is a brethren or your brother. You understand? An Israelite. You understand? That is your neighbor. You understand? So love your neighbor as yourself. There's no greater commandment greater than these. The first one was love the Most High with all your heart, with all your soul. May I paraphrase? See? But love your neighbor or your brother as you love yourself. So if you want good for yourself, want good for your brother too. Right. All right. Barak ya Allah say, if Christians would do unto others as they want others to do unto them, they wouldn't molest kids, right? You know what I mean? Because in that Christian church, they molest brothers, children. Brothers in the Christian church and sisters trust them with their kids to make them stay with them. You know what I mean? Only to see their kids come back traumatized because brother so and so molested them and grew up with issues. That is what takes place in the Christian church. No such thing will ever happen in the I.S.U.P.K and the command in general, YAHANNA. You understand? You understand? All right, Junior Daly say, golden rule, bro, real talk. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Love your brother as yourself. You know what I mean? Love your brother. So if you want good for you, you want good for your brother too. You know what I mean? If you want good for your brother, if you want good for yourself. You understand? Let me continue reading. All right, next scripture. John 13, 34 to 35. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another. Right. And Christ a new commandment, you know what I mean? Not because it is a new commandment, but because we weren't loving each other. So he must say new commandment to say, yo, look here, I'm teaching you something new. Because it seems like we never learn it. Let me continue reading. As I have loved you, so he must say that ye love one another as I have loved you. That ye also love one another. Right. So watch this now. How did Christ show him love to the nation of Israel? Christ gave up him life. You understand? And many brothers are going to say, boy, well, that's kind of far-fetched in a road, boy. I have to give up my life for another person. Well, a brother will probably not even know. Brother, I'm tell you something. Without that, we can't rise as a nation. Because you have brothers who are not willing to take, you know what I mean, the fall for the nation. And guess what that brother going to do? He going to compromise and the whole nation are going to feel it. Because he never willing to take one for the team, so to speak. See? So that is crucial. Christ took one for the team. You know what I mean? And over here, so we are the follower of Christ, the real followers of Christ. You know what I mean? We don't use the word Christian because that was a derogatory term. There is like them calling us niggers. It was a derogatory term with them that I call. See? But we were followers of Christ. You know what I mean? And we are followers of Christ. See? Yeah, man, we follow him. Over here, so we put our lives on the line for our brothers. When we go to the street with our brothers, we make up our minds and look, if anybody should attack this camp or attack any one of my brothers, my job is to defend my brother with my life if necessary. And it applies to your family as well. If you have children, you know what I mean? If you have a wife, you are expected to put your life on the line for your kids and your wife. You understand? I know nothing new, but you know what I mean? We're so selfish that we only think about our, you know what I mean, immediate family. Not thinking that we come from one family. We all come from one family. We here in Jamaica, we come from one father. We come from Abraham, then Isaac, then Jacob, then our father, you know what I mean, Benjamin. We are all family. We all from the tribe of Benjamin. You understand? So, you know what I mean? It's our job to look out for another Benjamite. If we not even know that Benjamite, you know what I mean? It's our job to look out for them. If you see evil before that brother, you can help. You help the brother. Don't say, boy, I don't know him, you can't help him, Don't say that, brother. If you see somebody, children, you know what I mean, last, we don't know. You try find, reunite them with them parents. And even though you never see that brother or sister before, it's still your brother or sister, children. You understand? I saw it work. I saw it will build with nation. These are laws that we get that, you know what I mean, build us as a people. You know what I mean? And like what the scripture say, you know what I mean? Other nations look on and say, what a wise nation them here. You know why them say what a wise nation? Because them never get them laws there. And where them live by, the code and ethics, where them live by, is anything goes. That's how the Chinese man live by. Him invent some culture where, you know what I mean? Well, all right, if you find these Edens with any morality, just know so them learn it from we. Well, you know what the problem today? We get cut off and no, we have no morality. We not have none. And we not have no morality now as a people. We not have none as a people right now, except for who in the I.S.U.P.K and the commanding general. You know what I mean? But when you check the other nation, them, our law, them a live by mixed with for them little hedonistic custom, And for example, the Arabs, them put all, not even them woman face them on show. Then, when we used to tell our woman to dress moderately, to not dress like a whore. You understand? We used to teach our sisters them the laws of the Most High that, you know what I mean, it was forbidden for them to dress like a whore. You know what I mean? And to be a whore. But the Edens them now, let me tell you something. Yo, you see under them long skirt there and them, you know what I mean, the blindfold them, where the Eden them, the Arabs them wear, you know what I mean? What them, you know, remember them call or something there? Just know say them woman there under that a whore. Just know say them a whore under that. But what the Eden them try do is them thief our laws and ethics, see, and try make themselves more civilized. But them still uncivilized, them still a whores. Cause you will see the videos them with, you know what I mean, with the Saudi prince them and them have woman at twerking and them long dress there and all of them sitting the same way, And I throw money upon them same way, See? So even though them get the custom from we say, yo, all right, our woman them, and we never used to throw the big old sheet over no woman head. The veil. Right. You know what I mean? Our woman them used to wear veil, but it's not mandatory like how them make it. But it was mandatory for them just moderately, meaning you're not just like a whore. But know that even though the Edens them thief the moderate thing and some other things, just know say yo, them not live true to it. You know what I mean? So yeah man. Alright, give me 1 second there. 1 minute. You know what I mean? So, as I say, even though they steal our laws, them, you know what I mean? Just know so them not hold dear to it. But we are the ones who hold dear to the Most High laws, and we are the ones who the Most High gave these laws to, not them. So it is our job to keep these laws. You understand? Our job to be the righteous people that the Most High want us to be. Because them other nation, they can't do it. We can do it, you know. We can do it. See? At the Christian church, I make it look like, say, boy, no, man, them law you can't keep, man. You can't, you know what I mean? If the Most High never want you eat pork, then why would I make it so nice? See? Rise, Peter, kill and eat. Not understanding the Bible. You understand? But if it wasn't for these, you know what I mean, these strongholds, Christianity, Rasta and them things, our people would have tried keep them liar. The UPK would have, the UPK will become that standard, as me say. See? Right now, the Christian church and Rastafariism, and them will lead our people right now, and the government, and the parties them. See? And them will lead our people right now. See? But you see, when the UPK start lead the people them, you will see a difference. You see a difference, man. You know what I mean? All right. All right. This is the book of Slakia, John 13, 34 to 35. And it says, a new commandment I give unto thee, Slakia, verse 35. But this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have love one to another. Let me read that again. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have love one to another. So this is how you know that, you know what I mean, you're a Christ disciple. If you have love towards one to another. You understand? And you can't get more simpler than that. So if you claim to be Christ's disciple, which a Christian church claim to be, you know what I mean? Where's the love inside of the Christian church? There's no love. Everybody talk, everybody's business, everybody gossip, everybody hate each other. You understand? Everybody asleep with everybody's wife. You know what I mean? Everybody molest each other children. You know what I mean? All sort of whoredom are going inside of the Christian church. Where's the love? No love is inside that place. You know what I mean? And God is not inside that place like we try. You know what I mean? Show our people every day. The God not in that place there. You know what I mean? Your grandmother, your mother, your auntie, everybody, them get scammed. God not in this, so brother. You understand? All right, this is the book of John 15, 12 to 14. Let me read. This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you. And we emphasize it. And if a Christian read this, it might sound weak and, you know what I mean? But any man from the streets know, say, yo, look, brother, if you not have love one to another, you know what I mean, then we are not real brethren. You know what I mean? If you bad mind your friend, if you know what I mean, if you're a thief and a go around your friend, you know what I mean? If you want, in the streets, you can call it fake friend. You know what I mean? Fake friend. You know what I mean? You secretly a grudge your friend and a bad mind your friend. And that the Bible talk about, you know. But it said, you know what I mean? This is my commandment, that ye love one another. We love me. It means say you have to keep the laws them, what means say you not go offend your brother. It's not a feelings business. You know what I mean? Of course, you know what I mean? You're not gonna feel good for seeing nothing bad happen to your friend. You're not go, you know what I mean? You're not go, you see me? It's not so much a feeling thing, but you know what I mean? Of course, you have compassion for your brethren them, but your actions speak louder than whatever. You know what I mean? I know emotion business, brother, because, all right, let me show you about emotion. You will feel the wrong way. You will feel the right, you will feel the wrong way about the wrong thing. You know what I mean? You see what I say? You will feel the emotions tricky. See? But keeping the most high laws, always right. Because watch this. Your brother, your friend, we are do the wrong thing, you know. Your friend, we are rob and kill people, you know. But that's why your brethren, you can do it. You know what I mean? you don't feel no way say your friend do evil. Zin, you don't feel no way say your friend do evil. When you should have the spirit to correct your brethren and say, no man, I eat that thing that you do. Zin, I eat that thing that you do. Then again, your friend will do the right thing and you feel evil about it, you feel a way about it. Your friend will all correct you and you feel a way like a style him a style you. You understand? So emotions are not really eating up, but guess what go on? The laws them is it. Keeping the law them are the right thing. We no care how you feel. So you know what I mean? Your brethren tell you say, boy, you know, say I eat that thing that you do, boy, rare. See? Boy, you feel all offended. I say, but no watch no face. The right thing you might tell me still. The feelings are go. We carry too much feelings, brother. As a people, we carry too much feelings. You see me? Too much emotion. You know what I mean? When we feel focus on the right and not the wrong. From a man right him right, from a man wrong him wrong. No feelings no day and I think, brother. See? Alright, verse 13. Greater love has no man than this, and a man lay down him life, him friend. You know what I mean? Yo, I tell you, so you're not going to find that in the Christian church. You're not going to find that in the Rastafari. Is him? A man going to lay down him life, him friend. You find that in a UPK do every day. The brothers them risk them life for each other. We have a thing where the Kentucky 8, the brothers from Kentucky were attacked by a bunch of, what I call it now, some Black Life Matter mixed with some all sort of thing, brother. Some people with AR-15 and all them things. 8 brothers did it. Let me tell you, so the UPK and take no loses, brother. Those brothers beat the shit out of a crowd of people. Hospitalized, you know what I mean? In self-defense, of course. In self-defense, because they were the ones being attacked. And all of them stood there and risked them life for each other. And them defeated a crowd of people. 8 brothers defeated a crowd. You know, when you have a Black Lives Matter protest, you know what I mean? That's a crowd. And we know that the Black Lives Matter movement is nothing but, you know what I mean, homosexuals and lesbians. So, you know what I mean, not more than what the brothers them have said, offend them. And they want it to become aggressive. And the brothers them have to defend themselves. That is you risking your life for your brother, laying your life down on the line. Nobody fled. No man said, bombard. Look at this crowd with AR-15s and fled and flee left them brother. Nobody never do that. Every man stand them ground and defend the camp and defend them brother. You know what I mean? And the Most High was with them. And that's the thing, you know. You know what I mean? The Most High will be with you. You know what I mean? It's all throughout the scripture where a few of us defeated an army. You know what I mean? We actually see that in the UPK, in your Christian church, rude boy. You know what I mean? You know, I just singing and clapping and fake healing. Or temporary healing where, you know what I mean, the people, them problem not really get solved. You know what I mean? Tricks, magician tricks. You know what I mean? And all of them things. Let me continue reading. Verse 14. Ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. Right. So you are the most, you're our shy friend if you do what him tell you to do. All right. If you want to touch upon a topic, I touch upon a topic, yeah. You know what I mean? Not too long, briefly. See? Look, yeah. And this goes out to a brother them. You know what I mean? And probably go over this in another class because this is a topic where, you know what I mean, it's a topic where need to be addressed. And it's talk about our brothers and whores, see? And loving whores. You know what I mean? Brother, if you're especially a young man, you just left high school and you know what I mean, Don't find yourself a use your money. I go on a strip club and I buy in a front, brother. See? Don't go to no brothel and take your money where you just start work and get to no whore, brother. See? And develop a habit of loving whore. See? You are going on life or destroying yourself, brother. Be patient. You might not be the most charming brothers to a young woman. Patient, go and learn the craft, go and learn the trade. You understand? You will get a nice girl, you know, which is not a whore. Or rather come in at the UPK, make we teach you how to get a wife. You understand? And to get a righteous wife. Or put in your work and then you will get a wife. You understand? Put in your work. But for the brothers them out in the world, Zin, brother, don't make your lust dry you over to no whorehouse, brother. But you feel like, say, boy, in order for you get some front, you have to buy some front at a young age, especially. This applies to all age of brothers, but don't start it. Don't start that habit. Zin, and this is a topic where now I definitely have to go into it in a different class, but I will read a one scripture and then we will close out the class. Then you want to touch upon this little deeper still. And it says, look here. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 7 and verse 7. And it says, behold, among the simple ones, I discern among the youth a young man void of understanding. And this is Solomon speaking. See? So Solomon he might observe the nation and see the behavior of our people. And he might, you know what I mean? Being the wisest man that the Most High, you know what I mean? The Most High gave him wisdom. See? He might observe and he might realize, you know what I mean, some ways that we have as a people. See? Verse 8. Passing through the street near her corner. Whose corner? A whore. You understand, a woman that is a whore. See? And he went the way to her house. Right. Verse 9. In the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night. Verse 10. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot and subtle of heart. Right. Verse 11. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. You know what I mean? A woman where she just hang out on the corner. She loud, she stubborn, she not stay in her house. You know what I mean? She have a man though. She have a man. She just don't stay in the house. She don't subject herself to her man. You understand? And continue reading. Verse 12. Now is she without, now in the street, and lieth in wait at every corner. Verse 13. So she caught him and kissed him, and with an impudent face said unto him, verse 14, I have peace offering with me. This day have I paid my vows. Verse 15, therefore came I forth to meet thee diligently. You know what I mean? Start butter up the brother now, start sweet talk him, and the brother being ignorant, not knowing that, you know what I mean, he's being played. You see? Therefore came I forth to meet thee diligently to seek thy face, and I have found thee. See? Verse 16, I have checked my bed, Slakia, I have decked my bed with covering of tapestry, with carved work and fine linen of Egypt. Verse 17, I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. You know what I mean? She had tell him, say, yo, she have, you know what I mean? In today's term, she had say, yo, our bed wants some company and, you know what I mean? She have our flat screen TV and our place smell good and you need to forward in and, you know what I mean? And come, you know what I mean? Give the bed a test. You understand? That she had tell him, butter him up your nose, see? She have our man, you know. But she really had do, she had bring him in our man house. See? And continue reading. Come, verse 18, come, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with loves. Verse 19, for the good man is not at home, he is gone a long journey. Verse 20, he has taken a bag of money with him and will come home at a day appointed. Verse 21, with her much fierce speech, she caused him to yield. With the fluttering of her lips, she forced him. You know what I mean? So she tell him, say, yo, our man not dead, can forward. You know what I mean? And she basically convinced him to forward in her house. Verse 22, he goeth after her straightway as an ox goeth to a slaughter. And this is where you know understand. You know what I mean? You basically go to your death. You understand? Or as a fool to the correction of the stocks, right? Verse 23, till a dart strike through his liver as a bird hasted to snare and know it not that it is for his life. Right? And this is why enough brother die, sleeping with other brothers' woman. Right? All right. I say that to say this. Don't get into the habit of loving whores, brother. Or you gonna love them kind of woman and they're gonna end up in your life. See? You as a young man, you know what I mean, you might not develop no style yet. You know what I mean? Go and learn, brother. Go and learn. Or watch your class them. You know what I mean? Learn how to be masculine. Learn how to be a man. And woman will look you. You know what I mean? Rascrip, big up yourself. Him say up. Yeah, man. Learn how to be masculine. Watch the UPK brothers. Them will teach you how to be masculine enough. Where a woman will come look you, brother. You know what I mean? And you can filter out, you know what I mean, whichever woman you want. But don't pick the whore. See? But if you develop the habit of, you know what I mean, going to the brothel, you're going to end up with a woman like this. And you're going to lose your life. See? So, we'll leave the argument if you another class. You know what I mean? We'll just close out that one. Yeah? Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments, and also share on all social media platforms. We'll jump to the security announcements. You know what I mean? And slap here. Hold on. All right. After the security announcements, you know what I mean? I'll just add the sign out sheet. All right. These are the I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or a sister comes into the school, there are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18 and verse 21. And the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. It means tenth in the Hebrew and it's pronounced ma'aishara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you'd like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation. All right, so yesterday was the closing of the Feast of First Fruits. Now the next one is the memorial of the blowing of the trumpet, right? That is the first day of the 7th month, which is September the 25th. You know what I mean? So you see, we are the 7th month according to the Bible is September, right? You can find this feast, the memorial of the blowing of the trumpet, in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23 and verse 24 to 25. See? Reminding Akiam and Akwatiam to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be in the school or be a trooper in the school, then he needs to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, if you can get a black scarf as well, You know what I mean? So with that we say I-Madium, which means to stand. Sar, which means to turn. So you turn and face the east. Wapanya Aquadam, which means and face the east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew and then in English. Abanawa, Shabashamaya, Kwadash, Aya, Shamka, Yahawa, Malakwatka, Taba'a, Batazaka, Aya, Aisha, Baharataza, Kawa, Aya, Bashamaya, Natanlanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalaklanawa, Kawabwatnawa, Kasalatnawa, Kawabwatyanawa, Wala'a, Tabaya Anawa, Wanasayawa, Abal, Awashainawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Wa'ala, Wa'atapara, La'aiwalamyam, Aman. In the English, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evils. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever so be it. Amen. All right, this is the prayer for the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasures of the rich of Israel. That speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers and school. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasures of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. And shake loose the treasures of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airwaves, the cable access channel, and the radio channel. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the Edens that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let YAHANNA, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the evil that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that has done it. Cause it to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of YAHANNA, thank you always, so be it. All right, this is a prayer for the poor in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahawashai, Babakosha, Nafan Lanawa, Akak, Akak, Larapa'a, Kalmakala, Wakal Marawa, Akak, Lata'ar, Amatazaraya, Akak, La Aquaya, Amafia, Akak, Arakawa, Atamala, Agarasha, Ba'asham Yahawashai, Tuwara Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of YAHANNA, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of YAHANNA, thank you, so be it. All right, this is a prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Bahasham Yahawashai, Waraklanawa, Wayasharala, Wa'a, Wayat Sapariam, Warak, Rapa'a, Magan, Hagan, Commanding General YAHANNA, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, the young men and the sisters, Bahasham Yahawashai, Tuwara Aman. In the English, what we said was, Yahweh, in the name of YAHANNA, bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones. In the name of YAHANNA, thank you, so be it. All right. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher men of Israel. I.S.U.P.K. Shabbat. I.S.U.P.K. Barak. Yahweh Ba'asham Yahawashai Barakatah. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters men of Israel. I.S.U.P.K. Shabbat. I.S.U.P.K. Barak. Yahweh Shamar Alatan Ba'asham Yahawashai. Yarimata. Class dismissed. All right, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Also leave your comments and your questions in the comment section. And also share. Also share on all social media platforms. Understand? And with that, shalom.